children, how are you all? I hope all of you are fine, and today I am continuing the topic equality. Today I will discuss what is equality. Children, as we know that there are many societies which differentiate the people on the basis of caste, race, religion and gender. And this was perhaps the reason that there was a need to develop the equality among all the citizens. Now let's first know, before understanding the concept of equality, let's first know what are the differences which are accepted and which are not accepted. Need of division of power in every society, and the division of power is necessary for the smooth functioning of the society, and as a result of division of power, people have adopted different occupations which suits them for with their talent or with their skills and with their ability, and they have adopted all these occupations, and they have tried to develop their skills also, due to which, or we can say after the result of their efforts, some people, suppose they get a higher post, then what kind of inequality is necessary and accepted? If there is a person and he becomes an officer or a teacher or a lawyer or some kind of like a doctor or a PM, someone is there, then is the need, then, and if he is getting or she is getting the respect for its post, then that difference is accepted, because that is the need for the maintaining the dignity of that post. So this type of inequality is accepted. And on the other hand, if there is a child and he has been born in a slum, then if he is not getting proper food, nutrition, education only because he is born in the slum, then that type of inequality is not accepted. The government is able and it is giving equal opportunities to each and every individual, though we know that each and every individual is having its own goal, long-term goal maybe, short-term goal maybe. So if the government is giving each and every individual the equal opportunities and facilities to its own citizens, and in that situation, if some persons have been able to successful to develop their skills and talent, and they have become and got these posts, then certainly they will deserve the respect more than those people who could not get and who could not achieve this post. For example, but it does not mean that they deserve disrespect. It does not mean that. But certainly each and every post deserves some kind of dignity. Each and every post is having dignity, and for maintaining that dignity, the persons who are availing and achieving those posts, they also need respect. And this does not mean that this is an inequality, because each and every, but it is in the situation when each and every person of the society is getting the equal right and facilities and opportunities to achieve its goal. And it is and I think in modern period, in all the societies, there have been a change due to which some persons become workers, artisans, musicians, dancers and actors. I have given only some examples. There are more examples than these examples. There are a lot of examples, and we can see that each and every post requires a different kind of respect and different kind of dignity, which does not mean that this is a means that giving respect to these persons is inequality in the society. Children, now I will discuss about the natural and social inequalities. And on the basis of natural and social inequalities, I will discuss which type of inequalities are accepted and which type of inequalities are not accepted. For example, if a person, as I told you, having skills and talent and getting the opportunities, then he can achieve their goals, and maybe some others are not able to achieve their goals. That depends upon the natural talent and natural skills, which may be developed by their facilities, by trainings, and what trainings are given only to develop their skills. But still, if someone is not able to achieve its goal, then certainly he or she adopts some other occupation to for its livelihood. But it does not mean that he should be disrespected. He also or she also deserves the respect according to his or her own occupation also, and as a member of the society also. Now, the most important thing is that it was the difference what I have told about on the basis of skills and talent. Now just see the difference on the basis of physical, or we can say especially disabled people. We have studied a lot about especially disabled people. Now let's know first. Some people, for example, are blind or not able to walk properly, not able to read properly. But if the government is providing some type of special opportunities and special type of reservations also in the job, as in India is there, then according to the thinkers, political thinkers and the experts or the scholars, this type of inequality is not inequality actually, but this is the means if the government is providing help or financial help or special training or reservation of jobs, it does not mean that government is making the society unequal, but that is means that the government is making and trying to bring them with the persons of other and making the society equal. So this type of inequality and this type of facilities which the government gives to their to these type of people, like equal opportunities, means if they are for whatever jobs they are fit, they should be able and they should have the right to apply for that. This here equal opportunity means this. And then special facilities, and then reservation in jobs, females are there, and if they are traveling at night after doing the job, then certainly sometimes governments just take care, or the institution take care. Then that does not mean that they are just creating inequality in the society. That means that is a need of the particular section of the society. That is not on the criteria of the inequality. That means that inequality or that special treatment is accepted. So these types of these are the inequalities which are prevailing in each and every society of the country, and in the other countries or other societies of the world also, and each and every government which is intending to do the welfare of the people, they are providing some special facilities to these kind of people, and these kind of special facilities are always accepted by common people, also by the political leaders, and by the political thinkers, also by the political philosophers also. So this does not mean this kind of inequality is accepted, right? We can have an example of that is Stephen Hawking. We can take the example of Stephen Hawking. He could hardly speak and move, but he was a physicist, and so we cannot say that a person who is not physically fit, he cannot get a good opportunity, or he cannot achieve a good position. By his hard work, by her hard work, if anyone can get and can develop his or her ability and skill. And nowadays there are so many examples we can find out in each and every society of the world, and that there are very good painters, but they are physically, they are especially able persons, and they are very good painters, and in some other fields, in each and every field we can find some examples. One most important thing was that there is an inequality on the basis of society, and that is called social inequality, which have been prevailing in our country for a longer period of time. That female, they were assumed as very weak, and they were not given the chance, equal chance for the study, for getting, for doing job, equal treatment in the society. These were going on in the society for a longer period of time, and people accepted that. But the time came when there was a resentment, and people and even females started to resent it, and they came against these attitudes and treatments. They started to get the education, and after that they started to get very good posts also, and they have achieved their goals also. So now this type of inequality is not accepted in our society. At present, each and every male or female is having equal right in the society. It is, I'm not talking about the equal rights provided in the Constitution, because in the Constitution it has been provided when it was implemented, but the society was not giving the equal opportunities to the male and females. So there have been a lot of movements, and which we have studied, that very social workers were there who have worked for it, and they have made a lot of changes, due to which nowadays females are also there in each and every field, whether it is a defense, whether it is a medical line, or it is in the engineering line, or it is in the scientists. In each and every field we can see the examples that male and female both are working together. Though some inequalities are there, like they are not paid as males are paid for their same work, for the same hour of work. They are not paid equally, and this is not unequal payment is not accepted. Now, sometimes there is a raise of voice that the females say that this is injustice to them, that they are working for the same hour, the same work, then why they are paid less than males. So we have seen that there are many kind of differences. Some are natural and some are social. Like we have seen like the natural differences. For example, if someone is less skilled than others, and whatever the skills, someone may develop fast, someone may be slow learners, and someone may be having someone may be especially able persons. And if we are going to talk about social differences, then also we can find a lot of differences. Like here we can see that there has been a difference between males and females. Again, there are differences on the basis of caste and religion. This also is not accepted nowadays. It has been going on for a longer period of time in our Indian society, that people are discriminated on the basis of caste and religion. Constitutionally it was not there, but socially this discrimination was going on, and the powerful people in the society, they motivated these differences so that they could be benefited and from this difference. But now education has brought a lot of change. Now society is changing. People are aware, they are getting education, they are getting good opportunities in jobs also, and they are getting equal opportunities, equal economic and political and social rights also. Children, we have studied a lot and we have discussed a lot of examples of the inequalities which are accepted and the inequalities which are not accepted, and no one should accept these some inequalities which are going on in the interior areas of the society, because in the cities these type of inequalities like caste, on the basis of caste, religion, has been abolished. I feel that now people have become so aware. But after discussing all these things, now what is the concept of equality? What is the concept of equality? Because this was the main topic. Equality means equal treatment, and equal treatment means क्या होता है? Then again the question is, equal treatment in every condition to everyone, is it a equality? No, it's not a equality. Equal treatment means there should not be any kind of discrimination on the basis of birth and religion. Birth or religion means, if someone is discriminating, or if there is a discrimination that the person has been born in some other caste or some religion and in a poor family, this type of discrimination should not be there. Then there is a equality, because absolute equality is not really possible because of so many inequalities which are accepted, as I have discussed. So equality means equal treatment, and there should not be discrimination on the basis of birth and religion. Means birth is also including religion also, caste also, and status of wealth also. So that's all for today, children. I think all of you have understood the concept of equality, and this is a very important and very good topic because we have been facing and studying, and we have been always we also see in the society also that this type of equality is prevailing in all types of society in the world. It is not only in India, it is everywhere. You might have studied in the social studies in class 10th that in every country, and we have read about some countries also, especially Belgium was there. You have studied the case study in Belgium and Sri Lanka. We have studied that there have been differences on the basis of caste also, gender also, religion also, and there have been so many and so much conflicts also between all these. So there is a need to, and I think there is urgent need to minimize all types of inequalities which are not accepted, and we should promote the inequality which are accepted, and this may bring the equality in the society, which will certainly lead the progress of our society also, of our country also. Thank you children, have a nice day.